Hey y'all, it's Monday afternoon, and all this stuff. Okay, I have something important because of videos I watched that I want to share with you, and maybe I should just start there because I know a lot of people come for Watchmen information. So we'll start there, and then I'll squirrel on down the road in a minute. So, um, two channels: On Point Preparedness and Christian Truthers. Young men, spirit filled, for such a time as this. It just makes my heart happy, you know that. The young people, bold, bold. It just really, it just makes my heart happy. Because I knew it was coming. And I also knew that my daughters were in that age group. It's, they're millennials. And apparently that was what I was busy doing in the 80s, was having babies. And then somebody said, "Don't you remember the 90s?" No. I was raising babies. And so it's something that I have always looked for and prayed for. That knowing in Joel and Acts, where it talks about the Spirit being poured out. Now, the last couple of videos, actually, it's even happened with my video that I recently did, Know Your Enemy, and they are so much bolder and more confident than I have been, and they just say it. And it turns out that one of the first videos I actually did back when I had, I think, maybe 3 subscribers. It was, and what's funny, the date, it was 9/11, 2017. And I had described a couple of dreams that I had had, and I didn't even go in detail. I just kind of touched on them. But when I rewatched the video, because, okay, squirrel a bit, let me back up. The videos that are coming out, they're saying, we're watching politics, we're watching the Illuminati, and cause On Point Preparedness, Christian Truthers, and Flat Earth, and all that stuff. And the Spirit, the Ruach, is rising up in them and saying, "Stop it. Enough. You got another message. You got the message to tell." And apparently I was given that message, and I put it out there on 9/11, and you can hear it in my voice. I was so desperate at that point, for people realizing how close we are to the end. Now, you understand, listen to me, I'm counting numbers: September, October, November, December, January, February. 6 months later, these videos are coming out, and people are saying, we're this far away. And here's the thing: Yeshua is coming back. Now, when I say that, I'm talking about the end of all things is near. Therefore, be clear-minded and self-controlled. And what comes with that? Boldness. Just telling people, you got to turn off the TV. You got to stop. See, I can't do it. I did it as much as I can do it in this video, and I'm going to post a link to it. And if you want to hear the old lady version, because I'm the yaya of the group, I keep seeing these young people and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You are so, oh, it's what I've looked for. Because I knew that was one of the signs, you see, that his coming was soon. Now, I don't know when the rapture is going to happen. You know what? Nobody does. And I do know this. There was an eclipse. That was a sign in the sky for America. And I see very few repenting. And young people are seeing it. But people my age, a lot of them are like, I already repented. I am a Christian. You can't tell me. And I tell you what, because I wasn't doing videos. I left Virginia near the end of September. I went to North Carolina and was there somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks before I got on the road. There was a lot of fasting and praying because I didn't know where I was going or what was going to happen next. And I kept trying to be in the right place at the right time, the way that the Ruach was leading me. It was a time of repentance like I have never experienced in my life. I kept saying, I got saved again. It was like things in me that I just didn't realize. And it wasn't like I said, oh, I shouldn't be watching Netflix. No, it was like every desire in me turned towards him. And it's still there. So by the time we get to Hwy, Arizona, not to say there's still not lots to be repented of. Not to say there's not. Sorry, I look out whenever somebody goes by. I just can't not. I might need to wave at them. I don't know. Squirrel. The thing is that there was so much, because I'm kind of old. There was a lot that I had to go back that I didn't even realize that I needed to repent of, things that I'd been carrying around. And, you know, I've been telling people it's a it's a hard path, narrow gate. And if you're carrying a bunch of junk with you, you can't fit. Let it go. So, and what's funny is living in this tiny space, I don't know if that makes me just more aware of it, because, you know, it's all an analogy. You know, it's like I look at things and I'm like, why do I keep holding on to that? It's broke. It doesn't bring any kind of joy to me. It's in my way. Get rid of it. And it goes that way in your heart too. So, how do you get to that point? I'll tell you in the other video. I'm looking at the time because I got fun things to tell you in a minute. Well, not that this is not fun. And now I'm derailed. I forgot what I was going to say. It's not coming back. Sometimes Yahweh hushes me. And sometimes it's the enemy. I resent those times. I'm like, you just stole that from me. And here's the bottom line. If it's something that Yeshua would have me share with you, it's going to come back. So I don't fret and worry over it. So, it's still not there. So, we'll go on to the next thing. I know y'all think that, look, she's wearing her little hat, which is also, people call it a head covering. For me, it's just a hat. It has to do with warmth and that my hair's thin these days. It's long, but actually my hair is thick, but I've got a lot of hair. It's very thin. It's like baby hair because it's changed. And I've had people ask me, you dyed your hair. No, it's just turning gray. As you can tell, it's not, see, look, if I put this up here, it's like, yeah, eventually it's all going to be blonde. So anyway, I made this. I made it out of, and I'm going to have to look. I think it's an extra large men's 100% cotton t-shirt. And I used 95% of it to make the hat. So as it turns out, and I hand stitched it. My other one, well, it's on the floor because it's dirty. I had worn it out in the sun. You just didn't realize. I could tell. I'm like, for one thing, it was really stretched out, and the sun had gotten it, so this whole part of it was a whole different color than what it was underneath. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So what I'm thinking is that there's a couple of people have asked me about it, and it was very simple. And if I can do it with hand stitching, and I worked on it about 2 hours, maybe, hand stitching it together. And it's 3 pieces. And I'll make a video of how to do it, because I might need a backup and maybe a lighter color for the summer. Anyway, there's that. That's what I've been doing. So I did that. I made me a new hat. I'm very happy because I made it in 2 pieces. I made it the first time trying to cheat. You can't cheat. You just got to put it together the way it's supposed to be put together. So, also it was a design that I made based on, originally, I had a pattern. And I had a friend who had breast cancer. Actually, I had a number of friends at the same time. And I made them hats. And I had gone and bought this pattern. And over time, because it's been at least 5 years, maybe longer. And I was like, oh, I see the dynamics. So I just cut, measure, and stitch it together. So if you got a sewing machine, you could make it in like 30 minutes. Took a little longer by hand. Because I wanted it to stay together in case I, throwing it in the washing machine and stuff. So the other thing was, as I'm watching videos last night, I made more I made more flowers. Look, I have 2 of them now. Are they same? Yeah, see? I have 2. They're actually, it's not the original and a new one. It's 2 new ones. Because the other one I had put together, though we all liked it, I like this better. So I took the other one, and look at this. Look how cute. Isn't that pretty? I wonder if that's a sapphire. Looks like a sapphire. So anyway, and it is different. See, look. You can tell. It's a little bigger. It's just designed different. So I did that. And then I found some other yarn. I want to make some little simple ones. And I have to be careful because I want to sit here and do that. I love sitting and working with my hands. I'm not going to make these to sell. I'm not going to sell them. So if you really like it and you really want it, you email me with your address. And I've still got more yarn. The pins are all individual. So if you just want an original Patriska flower pin, just let me know. And I do have, I have like a tan yarn. And I've still got some green. This is not the green. I got to find it. I don't know what to do with it, but, just the simple version. See, I put a button on the back so you could attach something. This was this prototype. And this is what it turned into. So, anyway, they won't all be the same. And you can kind of let me know, because that would be fun for me to do, to bless you the way y'all have blessed me. So, just let me know. I think that's all. I've got a bunch of links in my description for videos that I've watched that really, really blessed me and really gave me confirmation. And one of those videos was me talking to myself at the time on September the 11th, 2017. And lots of people have seen it, I think, because it was like one of the first. There might be another one, but it's before I left Virginia. So I was still there. I didn't leave there until after the 23rd. It was like the week of the 23rd, Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. So, is that all? I'm reading something that I've never read before. This will be for another video, but just so you know where I'm heading. I've never read it. It made me cry this morning. I saw Yeshua in this book. He saw him. I'm excited to read it. Because I've already read the other 66 books, and not that I can't get anything out of it, but I was like, okay, I'm going to take time. And so that's what I'm doing. I have skipped around so much. This is totally not like me. But anyway, there's that. I love y'all. I hope you have a really great day. I guess it's almost evening now. At least by the time I get it uploaded, it'll be afternoon at least. So, y'all have a good one.